So now we have added this plus symbol, but this plus symbol is now not associated with this title, profit and sales dashboard. So we need to consider any specific specific logo which is associated with this profit and sales dashboard. So now what we will do, we will go back again in insert option and then go to insert, and then we will click on icons, and in icons we will see multiple options just like this: vehicles, communication, travel, occupations. So we have multiple options in this. So we will see one option as commerce. So this option is commerce, or sometimes we may see like graph, charts, or business. So suppose this is a business, right? So in this business we have multiple options which can be associated with sales and profit dashboard. So we can consider this symbol or this symbol or any symbol. So we are considering this first one. So we will click on that and we will click on this insert. Now we have this symbol. Now we can remove this symbol because this is not suitable for this particular dashboard. So we will remove it. Now we will paste this symbol here. Now you can change the color of this symbol if required. So we need to click on that, and then you can change the color by choosing this one, this option. So by choosing this option you can change any color. You can put blue color or green color or as you want. So suppose we are choosing the black color. Okay, now we will focus on our KPIs. So what are the KPIs? Our KPIs are for which we have created this pivot sheet table, right? So for this pivot sheet, these are the KPIs, key performance indicators, just like total sales, total profit, profit by year, sales by subcategory. So for all these types of things, for all these types of KPIs, we have created these blocks. So first two things, the two main thing in this pivot table sheet is total sales and total profit. So first what we will do, we will put equal symbol in this block and click on OK and then enter. And for this second total profit also we will do the same task, then enter. So this first is sum of sales, this second is sum of profit. Now again back to dashboard. So first two targets are this total sales and total profit. So we have chosen two small blocks. That's why we have chosen two small blocks. One is for total sales and second is for total profit. So now again we will choose two symbols. One is for total sales and second is for total profit. So again back to insert, and in this insert option we will see this illustration, then go to icon. So in icon option, multiple option again, then we will choose commerce option because this dashboard is associated with commercial activity, sales and profit. So we will choose this option, commerce. Now you will see multiple symbols which can be associated with total sales or total profit. So first symbol for total sales. So which option may select? So we are selecting this symbol for total sales, or we can choose this one also. So we are choosing this symbol for total sales, then insert, then we will drag this symbol here. This block is for total sales, so we can increase or decrease the size of this symbol. So as per space availability we can increase or decrease this size of symbol. So this symbol is for total sales. Now again we will choose symbol for total profit. So again back to insert, then go to illustration, then icon, then in icon again we will choose this commercial activity. So this is commercial activity. Now we are choosing symbol for total profit, so we can choose this symbol also. So now again we will drag it, and now we can resize this symbol as per our requirement or availability of space. So we have reduced the size of this symbol. Now we will put total profit and total sales. So in this first cell you need to put total sales. So for total sales we will go to insert and then click on illustration, then go to shapes. Then in shapes you will see this first option, that is text box. So we will choose this text box and click here. So for this we will type total sales. So total sales. So as this is in white color, so first we will change the color by selecting this and go to home, and we can select black color or any other color as per your requirement. So generally we will select black color, then we will bold it by using Ctrl B and then click on font size. So we can choose font size as per available space. So we are choosing this font size is of 16. Now again same task we need to do for total profit. And one more thing, we can increase or decrease the size of this block. So we have decreased the size of this block as per the requirement. So now we will click on this total sales. We will copy this total sales and we will paste into this second block to write total profit, because two basic key indicators. Now we can add it. This is considered as image, that's why we are not able to edit this option. So what we can do, now again we can create one additional block using insert, shapes, and then text box. Now you can add one text box here. So now you can type total profit. Now again we will change the color. So we will choose black color and Ctrl B to bold this title, and we will increase the size of this font. So this is total profit. Now we need to include total value of total sales and total profit. So what we need to do, we will again click on insert, then go to illustration, and in illustration we will click on this text box. Now again we will have text box here. So we can move this text box as per the requirement. So this is the text box. Now in this text box we need to put this value from pivot table. First is total sales and second is total profit. So first we need to put this total sales value. So again back to dashboard, and then in dashboard we will click on this view. Now we will see this formula bar tick mark. So if there is already tick there, so no need to tick mark, otherwise you need to tick this. Now we will click on this formula bar and put equal, and then you need to go this pivot sheet, and in pivot sheet you need to choose this cell total sales, this cell. Now again back to this dashboard, and then you need to put enter. Just a minute. First we need to put equal, then we will go to pivot sheet, and then we will click on this block. Then now you need to put enter. So directly you will see this value in this block. So now we can change the format of this value. we can bold it by using Control B option. Click on this, Control A and Control B, bold it, and you can change the size of this also as 16 or as per your requirement. So I have taken this as 14, so this is 14. Now we can shift little bit this side. Now you can copy this block and you can paste in this second one, and this is for total profit. So what you will do, you will replace this block, this is A9, but for total profit this is A10. So simply either you need to click on this, or you need to change this A9 by A10. Now you need to put enter, so you will see this value directly. Now you can bold this value by click here. You can bold this value, you can change the font size as we have taken 14, so you can do this. So this is for key performance indicator, two indicators. First is total sales and total profit. Now for other KPIs, we will prepare charts and graphs. So the next table in pivot sheet is this profit by year. Now we will increase the size of this table by adding categories. So we will insert some columns. Now we will click in this block. Now you will see this pivot table fields. Now in this pivot table fields, you will click on this category and you will drag this category into column block. Now you will see this format of this pivot table for profit by year. So to create a graph or charts for this, again we will click here and we will go to insert, and in the insert recommended charts. We have multiple options to create the charts, but if we click on this recommended charts, so we will get the best options. So you will see this first option as clustered column chart. You will have this kind of stacked column chart. You will have this option. You will have multiple option in this case. So we are choosing this first one. This is clustered column chart. Now we will click on OK, and then we will cut this chart from here and we will paste in the dashboard and in this block, because this block is for profit by year. Now we have pasted in this block. Now we will adjust this chart. So for adjustment of this chart, we will reduce the size of this chart, and then to take background as green and yellow but not white, we will click on view, we will click on format, and then we will go for shape fill, and in the shape fill format, shape fill block, you will see this option no fill. So you need to click on no fill. So no fill option, you will get this background. Now you are seeing this grid line, this border line in white color. So again click on this, then go to this shape outline. So shape outline, then you need to click on this no outline, so you can remove this also. Now we will remove these blocks. So to remove these blocks, we will right click on this block and we will hide value field button. Now again we will remove this year also. So again we will click on right and then hide access field buttons. Now you can remove it, and you can remove it these values also by simply click here and then delete. Now we have multiple options in this plus symbol. So in this plus symbol, you will see first option as axis. So on axis we are showing number of years, and axis title on y axis. X axis we are considering year, so we will type year here, and for this axis title vertically we will put profit. Now another option is chart title, so we will include chart title also, and the chart title is profit by year. So this is profit by year, and then we will see the next option, data labels. So if you want to see the data with on this bars, so you can click here, data bars, or if you need data in tabular form downside this chart, so you can click here on data table. Now you can choose error bars also. Now if you remove these grid lines, so you need to click here. Now all the grid lines are removed, and legends. Now these are the legend, category wise legend. So if you click on this category wise legend, though legends are removed. If you click on that and you will click on this arrow, then you have multiple option. You can put all the legends in right, you can put in top, in left, or on bottom. So we are putting in bottom. So all the legends are in bottom. Now again we can increase the size of this chart. So we will click here and then drag it. Now you can increase the size of this, and you can change, you can bold it, control bold, and you can change the color as black, and you can resize it as size. We have taken 16 in this total sales. So you can do this task. You can change and font of this also. So this is black, and this is control bold, and this is year. For year also you can do the same thing, and we are removing this category button also by clicking on this right and then hide legend. Now we will click here and then control bold, and then we can change color. Now it seems good. Now again we can click on this block, green block, and then right click, then format data series, and then series overlap reduces to 0. We will put this as 0, and this gap width is 150. This is the standard. So you will see there is no gap between the bars. So this is the formatting of this bar chart. Now we will move the next KPI is sales by subcategory. So category sales we can say. So we will choose this column and we will go to insert, and in this insert option we will choose funnel chart. So we have this funnel chart. Now click on this and again click on OK, and now we will copy this chart or cut this chart and paste into this second block. Now again we need to adjust this chart and change the color, so we can drag it inside or outside this block. So again we will click here and go to format, and again shape fill, then we will click on no fill. So you will get background. Now you need to remove this grid lines, outer grid lines. So again click there, click here, and then format, then you will go to shape outline and then no outline. So you can remove all these outlines also. Format and shape outline and then no outline. Okay, so now again we will click here and then we have plus symbol, then axis. So if we click on this axis, so axis can be removed, right? So we will take axis here. Now axis title, there is no need of axis title because only one thing is there, but you can write this as product. So no axis title is required. Now chart title is important, so we have consider customer by year. So we have taken this second data, category sales, not customer by year. This is the category by sales. So we can edit this chart title, category sales or category wise sales. as we have taken green color background, so we want to change the color of this. So we will click here and go to this fill, and then we can select color, and we can choose this green color. We have one more option for this. We'll click here and go to home, and then click, and we can choose this green. So you can convert all the uh, shapes, all the blue colors by green color. Now you can put legends also, but legend is not required because only sales is there. So this is the category wise sales chart or graph, or we can say funnel chart. Now we will focus on next KPI. Again back to pivot sheet, and as pivot sheet we will see this count of customer year wise. So we will click here and again back to insert, and then insert recommended charts, and then we will use donut chart. So we will go to pie chart, and in this pie chart we have multiple option, and this last option is donut chart. So we will click on that, and now again OK, and we will copy this chart, cut and paste. So Control X and then paste on dashboard in this block. Now again adjustment of this, so we are adjusting this. So we will drag it inside this block, and to get background as original background we will click on format, then shape fill, and we will go to no fill. Now you will get background. Now the size of this donut chart is very small, so you can drag and increase the size of donut chart, and we will remove this by click here and hide value field button on chart. Now we can edit this heading. So this is customer count by year. So this is the heading. Now we will click on this and put right click and format data series. Now we will see this option donut explosion. So donut explosion we will remove. So this donut explosion we will do 50%. So you will see the boldness of this donut chart. So you can increase or decrease the boldness of this, and by this donut explosion you can make a gap between different parts of donuts or sections. You can create a gap, and by changing this you can change the angle of this donut chart. So you can do everything with this. So now we can move this outside. Now we can remove, we can choose only few years by selecting this option. So suppose we need to select only 21 and 22, so we will not click on this 23 and 24, then we will click on OK. So you can see data for only 2 years. If you want to see data for all years, so click on select all and then blank, remove, click from blank and then OK, and then you can remove this filter button also by clicking on this. Now you have multiple options. Data labels, if you want to see data labels, then you can click here, and in data labels you have multiple options. If you want this percentage form, so you can put data callout, and multiple options are there. So now the next, now we will also make this title more visible by changing the color. dark color or similar color for other KPIs also. So and we can change the font size as we have taken 16, and we will do the same thing for the second option also. Okay, so now we will focus on next KPI. The next KPI is the sales by state. So state sales, we will choose this column. Now we will click on insert, and we will see this map chart because this data is associated with location state. So we will click here, then click on this map chart. Now you will see this map chart, and we will control cut and paste into this block. Now we will adjust it. So this is adjusted. We will change the color of this also. So now we will change the title state wise sales. And then click here. Then data labels you can include. If you want to see the values, then you can click on data labels, and you can remove the legend, or you can consider the legend, or you can put on the top or on the bottom as per your choice. You can replace the location of this. So we are putting in right, and now we can change the color by click on that. Now click on color. Now we will click on this green because basic theme is on green color. Now we will click here to get background as yellow and green background. So we will click on this format and go to shape fill and click on no fill. Okay, because we have not selected on whole chart, so first we need to click on whole chart, then we will click on format, then shape fill, then no fill. Now we need to remove this outer grid line. So format, then click here, then all right. So this is the state by sales chart. Now we will change the font of heading or chart title. And size is 16. Now we will focus on next KPI. Again back to this table, and next KPI is 10 top 10 customer profit. So again we will click on that and go to insert, and in insert option recommended charts. So in recommended charts we have multiple options. You can use this column chart or bar chart also. So now we are using now bar chart. So bar chart, click on that first category and then OK. Now we need this chart as increasing order. So we will click on that, right click, and we will sort it. We will sort as smallest to largest. So now you will see this reflection in this graph. Now again we will cut this chart and paste into this, and then we will reduce the size as per available block, and then we will remove this by right click and hide value options, then again right click and then hide value option, and then we will remove this format by click on this shape fill and then no fill option, and we will remove this outer grid line by click on that and click on this shape outline and then click on no fill. Now you can change the color of this by click here and then color, and then color you have multiple option. You have this option green, so you can change the color, and you can bold it by choosing this block. And now we will add chart title also. Now this is top 10 customer profit. Now again we will bold this heading, and then we will change the color as standard black, and we will increase the font size as we have already taken 16. So we can do all these things, and we can select multiple things just like axis title. So axis title is not required in this case. So data labels, you can include data tables, you can include data, you can exclude this data table, you can include data labels also. So this is top 10 customers profit. Now we will consider next KPI from pivot sheet, and this is month-wise sales. So we will click here and again back to insert, and we have multiple options. So we have bar chart, this first category bar chart, or we can take this column chart, we can take this bar chart or stock chart. You have multiple options. So for this case we are choosing this column bar chart. So click here and then OK, and then we will copy this chart and paste into dashboard, and we have created this block for this month wise. Now we will paste it and we will drag it as per availability of space. So number of categories are more, 12 categories are there. So we are taking this large box to represent this chart. Now click here. Now first we will remove this white background by clicking on this hole and then format and then shape fill, then click on no fill, then you will see this background. Now we will remove these boxes. We will click on, right click on that and then hide value, and then on this month also we will click, we will do right click and hide this axis chart.